going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Chicken Bone Alley, brought to you by Earl Ramier Racing Engines, SRI Performance, Stock Car Steel and Aluminum, RK Motorsports Consulting. I got some all in my throat here, apparently. What's going on, guys? I'm David.
I'm Sterling. What's up, y'all?
Yeah. There's something in there I can't get out from Charlotte. Might be some more dirt.
Might be some dirt up in there.
I don't know.
Might be a cockroach from your hotel room.
I'll get into that. I didn't see. That's about the only thing I didn't see in there.
Oh well, hey, we beat it then. We've seen that.
We have seen that. I think everybody's got bad hotel stories.
Yeah,
I think that's just a thing of going on the road. There's always a bad hotel.
there are.
Anyway, it was definitely probably one. I hate now that there's I use hotels.com a lot, really, because
you can read the reviews.
You can read the reviews. People leave pictures, stuff like that, and then after you get so many nights on there, you get a free night somewhere a lot of times. So that was great. So that's what I've used for years, just to get free nights because we stay a lot. But I hate when you go in there and people's left pretty good reviews. Now, granted, I guess this is kind of my fault to some extent. I wasn't looking for the, $400 a night hotel.
No.
I dropped back to like the $150 range a night, which is typically still a pretty good hotel. Even if I had to drive, I think the hotel was 7 miles from the track, which ain't bad. Not bad. I can deal with 7 miles. 7 miles is good. But I'll go ahead and tell the story. I ain't gonna mention the hotel name now. If anybody want it, you message me and I'll tell you which one not to stay in. But I don't want to get in trouble on here by nobody. I don't think we will, but who knows? There ain't no telling. So, first of all, me and my dad. For everybody met him up at Charlotte, Randy Rogers, not Randy King, because they was all together too. We was all together. But anyway, me and my dad went up to Charlotte on Friday to go to the World Finals. There we go. I think I got it. And so yeah, I know y'all probably seen a lot of our lives and stuff from up there going on, which was cool, good, great. Perfect. But what happened was, if anybody was there, I know y'all know it already, but there was cooler weather they were predicting, so they kind of bumped up the schedule a little bit. I think everything originally was supposed to start on track at like 5. For Friday, they bumped it up to 3, which was good. I was good with that. Perfect. But that just meant I couldn't go check in the hotel first. And plus, by the time we were getting there, it was... we still got there like 12:30, I want to say it was. Maybe something like that. Might have been before that. I can't remember. So, but anyway, we just wanted to get to the track, get to talk to whoever we could get to talk to, see who we could see before I really had to start with everything. All that good stuff. So, anyway, we'll get into the racing here in a little while. But, all right, race was over. We go to the hotel. It is about, 11:45, 12 o'clock at night. So, get to the hotel, check in. Great. Tell us our room. We go to the room. All right, when I first open the door, I look across, and there's a dirty towel laying in the floor on the other side of the room. Whatever. I mean, not the greatest in the world, but just, if all they missed was a towel, I'm fine. Wasn't all they missed. It gets better.
Or worse. Which
one? Or worse. I don't know. Go up to, we'll walk in, put our bags in. First thing I always do, every hotel I walk in, I grab the sheets, pull back on the bed, make sure everything's good. Strike 2, there's only one, but still strike 2, one hair in the bed. I'm not big on hair in the bed when the sheet's supposed to be washed.
Nah. Obviously, that gives away that it wasn't washed.
I guess.
More than likely.
But you know what? It's 12 o'clock at night. I am tired. I've
Just
been
sleep
at
on top of the
track.
mattress? On top of the...
It was one of them things. I went and got wash rags, everything, wiped off everything, and I found me a clean, good spot, and that's where I'm going to sleep at that night anyway. But, and just in that one spot, I'm not moving. So, anyway, other than that, walk in, on the counter, there's still that's not major stuff, but there's like where they give you the key card and stuff. Well, the people that had room for us, all that little cardboard thing, all was still in there and everything else.
Wow.
So, another sign, just not really been cleaned very well. Well, my dad, he had to take some medicine that night. He said, I'm going to run down here and see if they got a drink machine. For whatever reason, neither one of us had we didn't have small cash on it, like $20 bills or whatever. But the drink machine had a credit card swiper. So he goes use it. Won't work. So he comes back to the room. He said, well, I'll just take a water. He went and found a cup. Grabs there's like a little kitchenette area in the room. He went to grab the faucet, turn the water on, and the whole faucet falls off.
Oh my God. Dude, what the world, bro?
Falls off.
Wow.
So I was just like, gee.
I'm pretty sure the truck sounded pretty good right now.
If it wouldn't have been so cold, it would have sounded great.
Yeah.
So, but I want a shower. I really want a shower, guys. Being as well as the track actually was, I'll get into that here in a little while, wasn't that dusty. I still, you had a dirt track. I'm ready to get a shower. So, I walk in the shower. I turn the water on and everything, and I look up. I happen to look up. And there is I don't know, it is, I'm going to assume black mold or pink. There's black and red on the ceiling. A bunch of little dots.
Hey, but when it turns red, you got to really watch out, bro. I think.
I'm just like, you've got to be kidding me. So I take a quick shower. This might be why I sound like this today.
Did you breathe?
I don't know. That's like I said. That's why it might be why I sound like this. I don't know.
You must have briefed.
I must have briefed. And so in the middle of taking a shower, shower won't even drain hardly. It's just cover up my ankles.
Great day, bro.
Yeah. Yeah. So then I happen to get out. I get out of the shower, go get ready. Here, I'm just going to lay down. I got it. We're going to get up early in the morning, but I'm not staying tomorrow night. Not happening. I'm asking for, at least refund my second night. But I happen to see something when I walk by too. I'm, how you walk towards the edge of something, like a counter or something, and you possibly see something move. There's something light, just light, blowing with the air. I looked down. I thought it was just lint or something. No, it's little balls of hair still in the room also. I'm like, dude, turn the light up. So, dude, it was bad. It was bad.
They had to give me another room.
It was bad. So
I couldn't have done it.
Well, they didn't have no more rooms. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So.
Wow.
Anyway, I get up next morning.
I bet your daddy lost all his cool.
No, he really didn't.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
But they'd already said they were moving the race up to 1 the next day. So he was like, I think we can just go on home. I said, yeah, I think so. And so I go to the desk. Now, this is the best part about the whole thing. I mean, the actual best part about the whole thing. I walked up to the front desk, and I took pictures of all this. Because I'm not typically that guy to complain about things just be like they call them a Karen nowadays, I guess. I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm not that.
There's a certain.
Oh yeah, there's a limit. Everybody's got a limit.
Yeah, that's.
And I still was really nice to the guy. I did because I know it's not the guy at the front desk cleaning the rooms. I know that.
Right. Yeah.
So I'm not gonna put it on him. He's not the maintenance guy. He's not the the clean.
Right.
The cleaning person. He's not that. He's running the front desk, checking people in and out. That's his job.
Right.
And I walk up there. And I just tell him, I'm like, hey, man,
hey, yo, dog.
Exactly. I'm like, dude, I know we got this room booked for 2 nights. I don't know what y'all's refund policy is, but I ain't staying in that room again tonight.
That ain't happening.
And it ain't happening. He's like, well, what's wrong? So I said, I got pictures of all this. I said, and we can walk right to it because it literally was first floor, few rooms down. I'm like, we can go look at this. I'll show you everything. I was like, but I got pictures of it all, and I ain't trying to be whatever. So anyway, I couldn't find out he's like one of the day shift managers or something now. Whatever you have to be that title. I don't really know, but
a whole lot.
I don't either.
But, yeah.
You're the guy who runs for us dads. You're the manager.
Yeah, that's it. You got it.
Exactly. So anyway, I'm showing him this stuff and telling him this stuff, and I show him the pictures, and he looks at me. He goes, "That's unacceptable. I wouldn't have stayed in it last night."
Exactly.
So, in his defense, I guess he refunded me all my money from both nights and gave me a free night at any other one anywhere in the United States.
Well, you might want to read the reviews on the other ones.
Well, I read the reviews on this one. Some people are apparently either there's a lot better rooms. This was just a one bad room.
It must have been,
or because when I go on there, there's an option on there to leave the rated 8.0 and above.
Right.
That's what I keep it on.
Right.
And it was rated 8.0 and above.
I mean, we've always been pretty good at picking hotels.
Yeah, no.
We've done pretty bad here and there. We picked a retirement home a couple times.
We did that.
Which it wasn't bad.
The rooms weren't bad. It was just...
Well, it was just the size of a bathroom. The whole entire room for 4 people was not too good. The pictures did not match the room.
No.
But anyway, nonetheless. So y'all survived.
We survived.
You got a cough. You may have mold poisoning or whatever you call it, but you made it.
I made it.
And you stayed free.
And I got another story here, and I want to get this guy actually on here one day. I'll talk to him.
The manager at the hotel?
No. Another story actually that came after this. This was a really good story. So I will say this worked out good because I got my money back for the hotel. Well, I'm getting my money back for the hotel because they take your money instantly.
Yeah.
They give you like 5 days to refund it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So whatever. But like I said, I was nice to dude. He was nice to me. Zero problems there. Nobody had to get crazy. So that was great. No, there are good people in the world. They just, fortunately, he just doing his job and he did it right. He did it right.
Okay.
Well, me and my dad, we left there. That was at like 9:30 when we left it Saturday morning. So we were like, let's stop and get us a biscuit or something real quick. Only thing on the way right there because we wasn't real far. It was like 2 exits down. There was a McDonald's there real quick. So I was like, let's run there and get a biscuit real fast. Well, we was driving to Dooley, so we didn't really want to go through drive-through. So I parked and went to go in. This McDonald's, as apparently a lot of them in North Carolina has the kiosk things at it.
Oh, so you don't actually order at a person, you order at a
Right.
thing. I got you.
Right, you go to that. Well, when we were walking in, I was still outside, but we were walking up to it, and I heard this guy come out, and he was kind of like, man, I hate those things. Blah, blah, blah. Just going, I ain't really paying attention. All right, well, I went in, I went up to a kiosk, and I go to start ordering, but something was acting weird on it. And I was finally just like, I'm going to another one. Well, by the time I'm at the other one ordering, and my dad comes up to me, he said, hey, there was still a credit card in that one. That's why I wouldn't let you do nothing.
Shoot.
Yeah.
So dude left his card in there.
Dude left his card.
Oh, Lord.
I look outside, and the truck that I saw those particular guys get in was already gone. It's like, oh, crap. So I look at the name on the front of it, and I'm like, I'm going to try to find him on Facebook, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And couldn't find him. So I just had it sitting there. My dad's like, give it to the people who work here. I was like, no, they'll be done.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry, but I ain't got that faith in. I ain't got that much faith in humanity up here. Unfortunately. I was like, I'd rather take it home and shred it myself.
Exactly.
Rather than give it to somebody. So I had it sitting there and stuff. Well, it wasn't probably 5 minutes after this. All of a sudden, guy comes. I hear somebody up at the counter. Hey, has anybody seen a credit card? By the time I just grab it, hold up, I got it over here. So he comes.
We bought our breakfast with it though.
well, the first thing he does when he walks up, man, let me buy y'all's breakfast. I said, no, I ain't worried about that, man. He's like, no, I didn't say you was worried about it, blah. I was like, no, you really ain't got to do that. But he just grabs $20 out, throws it on the table, buys her breakfast.
Really?
Yeah. So So, but anyway, I had to get him on here. I want him to tell the story. He come down, and he was actually, they do a flag deal there for all the states represented, and he was waving a flag for West Virginia in honor of his wife, who had died of COVID here shortly. I got his phone number and everything, so we'll try to get in touch with him and let him tell a story, because he connected with a racetrack up there, and love to get him on here and talk about all the cool stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
So anyway, other than that, there's a lot of racing. So how was your weekend?
It was great, man. It's well, I guess we have to talk about weather a minute. So it was like a hurricane / a winter storm, like it could snow any minute, seemed like, for a little while there. Man, what is it about the wind, Bo? Like, it can be 50 degrees, but when it's windy, it just feels so much worse outside to me. I can't do the wind. I'm not good on wind. I don't have much thermal protection, obviously. I don't know. But anyway, it's been good, man. We had a good time. Bought me a Jeep. So went up to about 20 minutes from Boone, actually, to get it. Long ride back in a Jeep. When it's windy.
Yeah, all over the road.
That's a good little ride back. It's a little short wheelbase. Things got a lift on it and all that. So, but anyway, got it home. Pretty cool thing. It's something to mess around with and run uptown and stuff in. So, yeah, but got it. And, but yeah, it's been a good weekend. The weather was not great around here. Fortunately, it did not get all the way to Charlotte.
No, it was sunny and good up there.
Oh, it was horrible around these areas around here. But
it got a little breezy early on in the day on Saturday, but other than that, it was pretty good.
No, it was bad.
I put it this way: like Friday, I had a jacket on all day.
Yeah.
Saturday, I come out of it. It was warm.
Well, Saturday was really rough around here. So, but nonetheless, it was good though. It was really good, and I hate I couldn't make it up there, but I'm glad y'all had a good time. Glad your daddy got to go. I know he'd been wanting to do that probably for sure, and I'm glad he got to get back to the racetrack. He's gonna keep getting the fever, and he's gonna buy you a race car here for too long.
Yeah, right.
I believe it. I really believe it.
We just keep going to that, and he played cameraman all weekend, so
hey, he's good at that too, Bo. He can do it, Bo.
We had fun, and him and Derek McGrew Sr. became buddies.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh good. That's great.
so that was
that's
good.
Great. Yeah, that's
they had a lot to talk about. It being, I guess Derek's kind of right in between our ages, I guess you say. I think Derek's like 44. My dad's 65. I'm 35. So, it's kind of closer to our end, but, in between. But it's kind of the same,
Right.
I raced go-karts forever and, did all that stuff and kind of ran all around everywhere. Well, Derek McGrew and Derek McGrew Jr. both doing
the same thing.
Same thing, and so it was a lot of in common to talk about with him. And
yeah, for sure.
So
that's cool.
It was cool. It was cool, and he already loves Earl anyway. We hung out with Earl Sumter a few months ago, and
yeah,
he got to know Earl.
Everybody loves Earl.
Which he got to know Randy. He got to know all the SR. Actually, Saturday morning too. I get in this. Well, y'all know it. SRI had a hospitality tent set up at the dirt track at Charlotte there that we were hanging out at most of the weekend. Well, we got there earlier Saturday, like I said, and and we were just walking around and stuff, and had walked up towards the tent. It was earlier, well before the tent was going to open. The only person in the tent was Sasha. Sasha's the she's over marketing at SRI, but that tent was her baby for the weekend. That was her deal. Put it all together, do everything, get all the food, all that stuff. So we walked in there, and she's just working her tail off. She's in there by herself.
Wow.
So we were like, well, what can we do? We're here. We're early. She's like, I ain't got nothing ready here. I'm like, no. I ain't trying to come over here. We were just walking around. I said, you need us to help with anything? She said, if you could drain some coolers and stuff for us. So we drained all the coolers. I restocked all the coolers, all that fun stuff.
Sweet.
So my dad got in good with Sasha over there. And
he get in good with everybody, bro.
Oh, yeah. So it was fun.
That's cool.
It was a lot of fun. We had a ton of fun this weekend.
Good deal, man.
That.
Well, real quick, man, going into going into all the dirt stuff, we're gonna hit some NASCAR stuff, and I know we're gonna talk about this a lot more next week. We got hopefully a surprise next week. We'll see, but the championship weekend in Phoenix, man. What'd you think about it? Overall,
overall, I thought it was good. I thought the racing was for the most part good.
Mm-hmm. I think it was good in the lower tiers.
Yeah,
than
but even so, I think the Xfinity series to me has got the best quote unquote package right now.
I agree. As far as the wake of what the cars make, I think the Xfinity car creates the least wake.
Yeah.
And
it's still drivable behind somebody.
Right, where you can actually catch somebody and race them and not have to worry about tire wear and, half of a fuel run or whatever.
And I don't know. I'm just going to go to, since we just talked about the Xfinity, I don't know that I like the fact that Daniel Hemrick could bump Austin Cindric out the way and win the championship. I don't know that I like that, but that was what was put in front of him, so I would have done the exact same thing sure.
I'd have put him in the fence.
I promise you, I'd have probably drove him a lot dirtier than what Daniel Hemrick drove him.
Absolutely.
To ensure
but he drove him clean. I mean,
he did.
He really did. I mean, he didn't do bad.
No.
He didn't run him bad, race him bad, but you're right, though. I still don't like the fact that it just comes down to that one situation. I mean, it's so easy.
The championship is won on one lap now. I mean, literally won on one lap.
Especially in that situation.
Yeah.
In the Xfinity race turnout, that was definitely a one-lap scenario because, like Larson and Truex, he couldn't catch him.
He one in the pits.
It was one in the pit. but it's clearly the whole season was judged off of Hemrick's right front bumper.
Yeah.
100%. 100%.
And in the circumstances given to him, he did the exact perfect thing.
Of course.
I just don't particularly
Cindric
care for those circumstances.
Oh, no, absolutely. I don't either. And I don't think a lot of drivers do, but I think they're scared to talk about it.
Yeah.
Because I've kind of picked up on that some with, listening to some of these post-race interviews in the press conference booth or whatever.
You could tell Austin Cindric wasn't a fan of it.
Yeah, no doubt.
But he was gracious and humble. I'm gonna tell you, he put on. He showed great sportsmanship for what happened because he knows he would have done the same thing. You could not do the same thing.
Anybody would have.
Exactly. So and the way he said, "Hey, if the fans are good with it, I guess I'm good with it," and I guess that's kind of a way of saying. But the fans aren't good with it, so to some extent.
It is what it is. But, all in all, I guess going back to the truck race, I didn't get to see much of that. I saw early on that John Hunter, or somewhere during
John Hunter had a flat tire.
And that kind of took him out of contention there. Yeah. And Ben Rose took home the championship, man.
Yeah.
Along with a few beers involved.
He had a few. He had a couple. And he put on a Brad Keselowski-esque interview.
That's right. Hey, okay. I don't blame him a bit, man. He deserved it, Bo. Go get it. He's been in the Truck Series a while.
Oh yeah. But he hasn't had a stellar season. I mean,
no, he hadn't. But you did what you had to do to get there. Yeah. I mean, just like I would look at it as like if Martin Truex would have won the Cup Series.
Oh yeah.
He's the same way. He ain't had a stellar year, but he was right there to win it. Denny Hamlin. If they hadn't had that late race caution, he or Martin Truex would have won that race, no doubt. I believe. I don't think either one of them. The only person that should have won the Cup Series is the one that won the Cup Series championship.
Yeah, I mean, you look.
Period.
Yeah.
But you look at it like Ben Rhodes. No, he shouldn't have. Daniel Hemrick, no, he shouldn't have.
He wasn't there all year.
I mean, he really shouldn't have.
That should have been in my opinion, Austin Cindric or
AJ Allmendinger.
AJ Allmendinger.
I agree. I mean, but that's just the way the way it falls. I mean, unfortunately, I don't like that either. But I'm glad it turned out the way it did in the Cup Series because of that. Did Kyle Larson have the better car all day? No, I don't think none of them did. I don't think whoever got out front on a restart is who had the better car all day.
I mean, if you could, and Larson, I was listening to Tyler and Kyle early in the race, and when he did lose the lead, he even said then, if I'd have forced that a little more, they wouldn't have been able to pass me.
Mm-hmm.
And all it was just now
just early on in the race, yeah.
Right? There wasn't a reason wasn't no reason to force the issue.
He knew that going forward later in the race.
But I'm gonna tell you, in my opinion, what won him that race was qualifying.
100%.
They qualified.
If it were not for that pit position, he would have not come off pit road first.
Nope.
On that last restart, he'd not won that race.
I don't think he might have one time, but I don't know that they ever lost pit position all day or position in the pits all day long. It might have been once or twice.
I can't remember, but I know that Denny Hamlin had a real good pit.
Yeah, he had one, so he might have lost on that one.
Yeah, I think he did.
But I can't remember if that's the one where Kyle went in fourth or what, though.
I think he did, but nonetheless, the last pit stop of the race, I think it was like 25 to go, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
The 5 pit crew, had their second fastest stop of the year.
They had the second overall.
Right.
Second fastest.
So, I'm like, come on now. Like, that's it right there. I mean, that's that won them the race. And Kyle Larson was humble enough to say that. I mean, he knew that right. As soon as he got out of the car, he said that's what won this race. He knew that. He knew you got to get out front and stay in clean air. And that's what they did, man. They made it happen. Dude, he dumped that thing rolling out of there. He was
light him up.
Oh, he was getting it, son. And they made it work. But it's just, I guess going in overall again, it's just it kind of sucks in a way. I mean, the package that they got, and I know this over now, and we'll go on to another package, and we'll probably complain about it, but it just sucks, man, the way it all works. It's all in a restart. It's all what you can do in a restart, where you can get to. And
I'll have to tell you later. Unfortunately, I can't release it on here, but I got a whole lot of information about that car while I was in Charlotte the other day.
Oh, really?
It's kind of crazy right now.
Oh,
sorry to leave y'all hanging. But
well, I know. I mean, it's like there is a lot of the drivers don't know.
Well, it ain't even just unknowns. It's stuff that nobody knows because it may be different before they even start driving that car again.
So anyway, nonetheless, it's just a crazy deal with that car, and but Hendrick figured out how to master that car. I think
they figured out the 1.5 miles this year.
The 550 package, they killed them.
Yeah.
The 750 package, they killed them. I think short run all day, every race they went to. Joe Gibbs' cars were good long run. They were good long run yesterday, but it just never really panned out to work that way for them. But
if y'all want to hear some cool stuff about motor packages, especially the new one coming up, go back and I did one really, really long video Saturday in the SRI tent, and Chad Elliott, who is over all the engine everything at SRI.
Awesome. He is awesome.
I had him on there talking about it, and he was telling me some ins and outs of the new engines coming up.
He is a genius when it comes to an engine. No doubt.
I promise you.
We were able to talk with him when we went up there and hung out in SRI. Definitely check him out. He's a pretty cool dude for sure. But anyway, congratulations to Ben Rhodes. Congratulations to Daniel Hemrick.
Yep.
Getting his opportunity to go run Cup cars.
Being a colleague car
with Richard Childress, and then going back to Joe Gibbs, and then back to colleague. So he's all over the place. But I think if you can step down to a better car, I think like John Hunter did, and I think John Hunter dominated this year, and that kind of goes right into again. I mean,
I feel
bad situations, flat tire. What do you do? I mean,
one flat tire in out of the whole year.
I mean, that's just it's just bummer, man. But everybody's dealt the same card. You got to do it. So
you are. It's just I don't know.
I don't like it. I don't at all, and I don't think they do either. Like we said,
racing is different from a stick and ball sport.
Mm-hmm.
Per se,
mm-hmm.
and we'll go with the Super Bowl because basketball and baseball do multiple. Football and racing are two complete different things. And they're basing this playoff system, in my opinion, off of football, off of NFL, which is the biggest competitor sports-wise to NASCAR. And you can't... It's one thing for two football teams to show up and play each other. There aren't many variables other than the stadium you're playing in and how good of a team you're playing shows up that day. Typically, the best team is going to win.
Right.
Typically, on that. Okay, compare that to NASCAR showing up one day and racing.
Yeah.
You got tires. You got
40
other teams on the track.
Yeah, I agree. I think it should be more so like basketball and baseball, honestly. I do. Even if it's narrow it down to 8, but give them, I'm not saying give them 7 races by no means, but give them 4 races. I mean, at least, have that one dropout race, if you will. I mean, I don't know. I mean, honestly, period. This is a good example, I think. Kyle Larson won 3 of the last 4 races.
Yeah.
Okay, say he won last weekend, not this weekend.
Yep.
He won 3 of the last 4 races now, but lose this weekend and lost everything.
Yep.
That just, to me, that just don't work. But I don't know. I mean, like you said, the variables are so different. There's so many different things that can come in play. And
now I agree that it makes it exciting.
Well, it's not all about exciting.
But that's what I was going to say. But it's not about excitement.
There's so much more involved than the fans in the stands. And I mean, no offense to anybody watching, and I want it exciting for them. But there's so much more involved in that. There's so much money that goes into play in all these teams and making all this stuff work. And
there's so much behind the scenes.
There's so much involved in trying to make these things work. It's got to go perfect to win a race in July.
Yeah.
Let alone at Phoenix in November. So I don't know, man. It is what it is. But we'll talk about it more next week. I think it's going to be a long off season as far as the NASCAR stuff goes. So we'll have more time to talk about it.
Oh yeah,
next week, and hopefully have some surprises next week. It can help us talk about it. We'll see what happens there, but
regardless, congratulations to all the winners, especially
yes, sir.
Ben Rhodes, Daniel Hemrick, Kyle Larson. Also, we can't leave out. Obviously, we talked about it on here because he's been on the show here a couple times. Tyler Mon,
yes, sir. Awesome, man.
Kyle Larson spotter. He's been on here, so congratulations to him, big time. Proud of them guys, and we'll definitely get into a lot more of it. But because we was dirt track racing this week, we're gonna switch over to a little dirt track racing here. Ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna move up to the northeast a little bit. I got a chance, obviously, at the World Finals this weekend to see some big block modifieds racing.
Yes, sir.
But these guys are, they were there the week before doing some modified racing themselves. We got Milo Campbell and Rob Maxon here on the phone. What's going on, guys? Y'all doing all right today?
Yeah, doing good.
Yeah, doing great.
Good deal. Good deal. So y'all are from, obviously, the Northeast, in these Northeast modifieds. This is a class that me and Sterling, we don't get to see.
Well, it's really cool because we see them at the beginning of the year and the end of the year.
Yeah, exactly.
See them in Volusia and see them in Charlotte. So it's cool.
And so these are cars we don't get to see a whole lot.
Right.
But our buddy Randy Keene, he likes to travel back and forth between North Carolina and the Northeast area. I ain't even gonna say one state because he just goes the whole Northeast area, and he's picking up these guys. He really found a niche for himself in PFC brakes for sure.
Right.
Going up there with you guys in these Northeast modifieds. So first of all, Milo is the car owner here in this case. So Milo, how's it going today, man? And it's good to have you on, buddy.
Yeah, I got involved in racing back when I was like 15 years old with my dad, and I started racing Lebanon Valley. My dad lied about my age because you're supposed to be 16. Nowadays you can be 10 years old being one of these cars.
Yeah, exactly. No, makes
You know,
sense.
I got into racing, back when I was 16, and unfortunately my dad loved it, but he had passed about 10 years ago, and and I was in a bad crash out at Super Dirt Week in Syracuse, New York, back in 2011, I believe it was, or 16, and I decided that I should step away from the cars, and so I started living for my dad, and me and Rob had known each other for a long time, and I had put Rob in the car. So now pretty much what I do is I live for my father. I sponsor some teams and do some racing. Something that I love very much doing. It's my happy place for sure.
There you go. Well, not only, and I know I was talking about the modifieds, but y'all not only do modified stuff, y'all do some late model stuff too, don't you?
Yeah. I have a super late model that I had. We had a friend that we had met that actually knew Randy King, and we went out there to run his car, and we had nothing but problems. We brought a brand new crate motor out, put it in his car, which is those, I guess they call them the late model, or not the late model, they call them the super mod crate.
Yeah.
Which is like the street stock back here in the Northeast. And we didn't have no luck out there, and I had met a youngster out there that had wanted to race late models, and I was trying to start a team out there, so I made a decision to buy him a late model, buy a new toter home and a toter trailer, and we'd have a team out there for us to bring Rob out to run some cars out there in the winter time because it's too damn cold here. So unfortunately, some things just didn't work out, and I ended up having a car brought to where I was at when I had some other issues with my toter home. I blew a transmission, so I had to have that fixed, and I ended up meeting a guy that races the super late models named Brian Ledbetter. And Brian had, I talked to Brian and asked him, hey, would you be interested in running our car and maintaining our car here? And him and his family were all about helping us out and his team. And so we leave our car down there in North Carolina with the Ledbetter team, and they run it when we're not around. And our goal is to run some shows in the winter months out there in North Carolina and get Rob into that, race late models. We have a ride for Rob at Volusia for a late model team, and I'm thinking that we're going to buy a 305 sprint car here soon too.
Wow, getting in a little bit of everything. I love it. That's awesome. Well, Rob, going to you real quick, man. Let's go ahead and go back to how you got started in the sport and how you got started racing, and let's get your story.
I've been around racing pretty much my whole life. My father dabbled in it a little bit when I was young. And my uncles all have done it, and I've just been going to the racetrack ever since. And when I graduated high school, I decided instead of going to college, I was buying my first race car. So we pretty much went from there, and I got into the open wheel cars, the modified New England modifieds in 2012. And I think Milo and I got together in 2014 and ran a rookie class up here. And we picked off, I don't know, 3 or 4 wins in that class and got kicked out, had to move up.
There you go.
To the regular class, which was good. That was our goal. And Milo and I have been together ever since in some form or way.
Yep.
Cool, man. Well, he just talked about it a little bit, with the late model stuff. We'll get back in the modified here in a second, but with the late model stuff, man, you looking forward to getting out there, getting in that thing some?
Yeah, I'd say kind of looking forward to it. I mean, at the same time, I'm a little nervous, because I'm coming from sitting in the center of a race car to the left side steer, and this is a different. I mean, they're a lot more technical, I would say, than our Northeast modifieds are. So I'm looking forward to learning a lot more.
Well, I'm just gonna throw this out here real quick. I'm not throwing shade at anybody by no means, but I'm just gonna say the center steer type modified must be a whole lot harder to drive because Tim McCready everybody knows what he's done in them and everything, and how
Yeah.
well he did, and how great he is in a late model. He didn't make the show Friday night in the modified.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even Stuart Friesen. I mean, Stuart Friesen's done well.
Oh yeah,
moving
Stewart's
from-
great in it, but I'm just saying.
Well, I mean, he's done well in the late model, so
Yeah,
I think he'll do just fine, man.
I was fixing to say. So I think a transition to a late model ought to be pretty good. Even our buddy Derek McGrew Jr. He come down here and tested a late model one night I was there, and turned great lap times with it. So I give it to you guys in the Northeast modified type cars.
Yes, sir.
Apparently that's where to go, because that's some car control there apparently.
Yeah, I
Yeah, I
gotta
mean-
say, when I was running cars, I used to race a pro stock, and I used to race the open wheel, the Northeast modifieds, as you guys call them. I used to have both cars in my stacker, so I'd run a pro stock, then I'd jump in the open wheel, and the open wheel was so much easier to drive than the pro stock. Now the late model I've never been into. I do want to jump in at least one time to say I did it, but I mean I feel that definitely the open wheels were a lot easier to drive than the right side or left side steer.
There you go. There you go. Well, cool deal, guys. Well, all right. Well, I want to go back to this past year, and what y'all have accomplished up there. Rob, how's this past year going for you? And as far as driving a car and all that stuff, how's it felt for you?
It was an up and down year. We struggled to start the season off with, as far as my standards go. I would say, I mean, to some, their years were good, but in my standards, I think we struggled. We had real trouble getting the handle of the car for some reason this year. And we had some motor issues to start the season off with, and just some bad luck. So, I mean, as the year went on, we did pick up a win at our home track. And from there, I mean, it was good. We ended up finishing second overall in points for the season. And I don't know.
But we've done that like 3 times, 3 years in a row. Hasn't it been 3 years, Rob?
2 in a row, and then we had a little off on the 2020 season, and this year we were second again.
I was fixing to say that's what Randy, our buddy Randy Keene told me. He's like, man, he said them guys are on it. He said they finished second. I don't know how many times. He said we got to get them right there to get to get that championship. So it's so what's it gonna take? What's it gonna take to get that championship?
Well, I think we have
go ahead,
battled
man.
brake issues from the beginning. We've always had a little bit of a brake issue, and that was one of our problems that we had in Charlotte. Rob had no brakes out there, so it's tough to drive a car that way. And when you don't have the power to wheel the car through the corners, then you got to rely on your brakes. And Rob had some, he did a great job, finished 12th in Charlotte. But that, I think, has been one of our biggest problems, because we do try to buy all the best of the best. And, every day, every week, every minute, it's all racing. I mean, it's definitely in our blood. And, we have the drive to want to win championships. And, like myself, I just enjoy being around Rob and watching his driving style. I mean, he's a high sider, and a lot of people don't go up there. And Rob does, and he definitely keeps me energized while I'm at the track. So I really feel it's been a brake issue. And of course, this year we had, we were trying to play with some coils, and that was a little bit of a struggle. And I think out at Charlotte, a lot of the people that finished in front of us, they were probably all on coils. But I don't know. I mean, Rob, what do you think?
I think that was part of it. I mean, I think I've always been on our modified cars, you have the choice. You can either run a torsion bar rear end or coil setup.
Okay.
And that I've always been on torsion bars, so I tell everybody it's comfortable for me, where the coils are like the thing now. They've come a long way. I mean, it's hard to beat a coil car that's hooked up with a torsion bar car. And we, like Milo said, we have tried it a few times, and we did well. I mean, one night we put it in, had no idea what we were doing, went out and finished second. And I just told my guys when we got back to the shop, I said, take it out, put the bars back in. I'm more comfortable on a bar. So, this year, Milo and I have already talked that going into next year, I think we're going to strictly go coil and take the time, learn it, and hopefully come out of the box strong for next year.
For sure, man. That sounds like the way to go. I know I was watching a bunch of it out there, and sounded real good. But going back to the brakes for just a second, our buddy Randy King with SRI Performance RK Motorsports Consulting, he told me y'all gonna be doing some switching over to some good PFC brakes, put on that car, and see what y'all can make happen with them.
That's our plan this year, and we're looking forward to it. Like we've said, we've struggled with brakes for quite a while now because I'm the type of person, like Milo said, I like to run the top of the racetrack, and I like to stay on the throttle as far as I can. So there's a lot of hard brake quick, and when they're not there, it's pretty tricky.
yeah, it's crazy how much I know you could probably attest to it also, Milo. It's crazy how much brakes that seemingly do nothing but slow you down can really speed you up.
Yes, it can. Yeah, definitely. And we're very excited to be working with Randy and all you guys from PFC and SRI. We got when we were down in Charlotte the first time, I got introduced to SRI, Josh and Corey, and the other SRI that you guys have out there, and what is it called there? You got two of them out there, but I got to meet a bunch of them guys, and right off the bat, they were very good to us. So it's been an honor to be able to be a part of what you guys are offering, and to also give back to you guys. I mean, we are dying for a championship. I mean, we're digging deep, and now that we have Randy offering to help us with the PFCs and SRI on board with us, it's going to be definitely a little bit of a plus for us, and takes a little burden off from our shoulders, not having to worry about Rob's safety first and foremost without brakes, and trying to get these cars to the front.
There you go. All right. Well, going into it, you already talked about a little bit of some changes you're making, obviously, for the 2022 season. But what can we look forward to coming from you guys here coming into 2022? I know you talked about some Volusia stuff, and what else y'all going to have going on?
Well, I've been looking at the, like I said, the 305 sprints. Rob has always wanted to drive a wing car, and Brian Ledbetter, our driver that we have out there that's running our car now, our late model, he's interested in it. And I'm the type of guy that I want my guys to be able to experience everything that they want. I'm a dream builder. That's what I am. I'm a contractor. It says it on my front of my truck, dream builder. So I want these guys to experience all they can. So I'm hoping that we can get a wing car, a 305 sprint, and then we can do some racing with that. And there's a 7-race series out there in the wintertime that I heard that the late models are running, the crate late models. So I'm hoping that we can get Rob in the car out there for that. We'll definitely be at Volusia. Now that we have a toter home and a stacker, and just working the bugs out of that, we can get on the road some more and do some more series racing, and spend some time out there. And I think it's important, like when you travel around, you start seeing how other people function, and you can learn from all them people. And there's so much knowledge in the racing world, and you learn every day. And I think it's important to be out there and put yourself in the mix of things, and you meet new people, and people have new ideas on how they do things, and you can just definitely learn from it and progress from it in the racing world.
Yeah, you definitely can, man. I unfortunately I wasn't able to be at Charlotte the weekend when y'all were there, but I was there this past weekend at World Finals, and even there on that big of a stage, with all the I guess we'll call it the elite classes in the World of Outlaw series there and Dirt Car series there, you see those guys parking next to each other, obviously, but they, if one guy needs help, it's not just his team over there working on that car and stuff. It's everybody in that garage. I mean, everybody. I've seen people work on their car, someone else's car, just as hard as theirs, and that person go out and outrun them. But that's what they're all about, because they know every guy would do that too. And like you just said, seeing how the guys operate and everything out there, it's really cool. It's like me and Sterling have always called. We don't care what kind of racing you're doing. We're all just one big dysfunctional family anyway. So so it was really cool to see.
Yeah, races are won from the garage. You spend some time in the shop, and you do your homework. And that's one thing with Rob, is he's always digging deep to better himself. And myself, I tell Rob all the time, you focus on winning races, I'll focus on getting you everything that you need, and our team will focus on getting you where you got to be. So, I mean, everybody works as a team and, work as a chain and sprocket, and hopefully, we get the outcome we're looking for.
There you go. Well, Rob, after obviously he's told you that, and us hearing that now, that he just says, get in there and drive this thing. What
Yeah.
Coming into 2022, man, all these different all these options you got there going in there. What you looking forward to the most in 2022?
Just traveling. I mean, going down to Volusia, it's been something that we've always wanted to try. And I mean, I can't even say I've gone to watch it down there. So, to be able to go down and to run, I mean, and even just like this past 2 weeks ago when we got to go down to Charlotte, just the opportunities for that was big. I mean, I think this year is going to be even better, because now 2021 was kind of a throw together and, okay, let's go there, let's go here. Where I think this year going into it, we've kind of got a plan as what we're going to do, and we can have, because it's hard to get guys to be able to travel, and to be able to go down there, run all these different places. But now that we have a plan, we can give them kind of a heads up and bring the whole team with us. And I'm looking forward to that, because if they're not learning, then I'm not learning. If they're not able to learn and help, then it's all on me, and I can't do it all.
There you go. It's all about team. This is a big team sport. So, well, cool guys.
Rob won Mr. Dirt, 3 years ago, Rob?
2018, yeah.
Yeah, 2018 he was Mr. Dirt crate modified. So that was a huge pickup for us.
Yeah, for sure. So what about getting into the 305 sprint, man? You look at, I mean, talks with that. That kind of a bucket list item for you, getting a wing car. Try that out.
Just getting in the wing car, yeah, it's been a dream of mine. I mean, the speeds that they go is, insane. You get them coming. You get the cars up here. We're racing. Our home track's like a 5/8 mile. And when they come into there, it's just listening to them and watching them. They don't lift. They just turn. That's going fast is what I'm about.
There you go. Well, cool deal. Well, guys, we appreciate you guys coming on, hanging out with us tonight, and stepping on us some more Team SRI Motorsports members. Some teammates of ours, I guess we'll say. So, guys, we surely do appreciate it, and we wish y'all nothing but the best of luck in the upcoming season. And when you get down here towards this way, especially getting in that late model, we're gonna have to get out there and check y'all out, see what's going on. I was actually hanging around the Leadbetters over the weekend, so I know those guys, and so we'll have to get over there and check you out.
Yeah, for sure. They've been wonderful to us, and very happy to have them part of our team now, and and to have you guys, SRI and PFC, and a lot of this could not happen without the sponsorship. Without Rob's wife, Melissa Maxon, is one of our biggest supporters. I mean, she'll work her butt off and give everything she has for her husband to get him on the racetrack, and I can't even thank her enough for everything that she does and supporting Rob and allowing him to go with me, because I'm a nut job, and and let him go out there and go on these adventures with me, and just I thank everybody for being a part of our team, and look forward to big things.
For sure, man, and we do too. We look forward to seeing it, and can't wait to get it there and hang out with you guys some and see what's going on. So we appreciate y'all again, and can't wait to have y'all back.
Right on, man. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Alrighty. Thank you.
All right, everybody. Milo Campbell there and Rob Maxon, driver, and we appreciate them guys coming on, hanging out with us.
Yeah, for sure.
Some of our Team SRI guys there.
Yes, sir.
Our new Team SRI guys.
Keep growing every day, man.
I'm telling you, every day, bro. Every day. So we appreciate them. Appreciate them coming on. We like to, as y'all know, we like to shed some light on the guys not everybody knows around here. So
Exactly.
and it was really cool. I will say up there, probably needed her on here, but Melissa knows all those people.
Yeah.
And she was up there with us this past weekend too. She come down from New Jersey and hung out all weekend.
Sweet.
She worked her tail off in the SRI tent all weekend. She was just like, I'm gonna work in here. I was like, cool. So we got her to do some interview stuff, and it was fun. It was a lot of fun, and so probably should have had her on. But anyway, also, while I was there this weekend, we're gonna transfer over to more late model stuff. I'll be honest with you guys. I'll be 100% transparent. It's not that I don't like them. I love watching them. I'm just not a sprint car guy to know enough about anything to sit here and tell you all about it. I know I watched a good race out there.
Right.
It was really good. I know Brad Sweet wrapped up championship, which was really cool because brother-in-laws won championships this weekend.
Yeah, that's cool. Really cool.
So Caitlin was all happy, and Brad and Kyle were all happy. So
Exactly.
so that was cool. So it was really cool to see. Another thing I want to talk about real quick, and this is kind of going to transition us back in, is I don't know if y'all saw it. A lot of people didn't. They wouldn't watch it on Dirt Vision because he didn't make it past the B main. But our boy that runs a late model
Dominates.
Has won more money in a late model this year than anybody has in a long time. Decided to try his hand in a World of Outlaw sprint car.
410, man. Brandon
Overton jumped in a sprint car at Charlotte. Woo. And why this connects is Cody, his brother, Cody Overton, drove the number 91 Earl Ramey Racing Engines.
Yes, sir.
Longhorn this weekend. So I'm over there with Earl and Cody and all them guys. We're hanging out all day, a good bit of Friday especially. And really picking around with Cody, and really one of the first times I've really been able to hang around Cody a good bit. He's such a cool guy. I mean, he really is. I mean, I ain't just saying it, say that. Me and him hung out, talked for a long time about stuff, and the boy is a wheel man. I'm gonna tell y'all that.
Yeah,
he did not have the results to show for this weekend, and I know Earl will tell you right up front because he told me right up front. He said we just missed the setup, straight up missed the setup, and it happens.
No, it does. No,
I mean,
they were strong there in the summer.
The Sizzler.
The Sizzler. Yeah. And but there's a whole lot of changes went on at that
whole
track.
Lot of changes.
Dirt's completely different. So their notes from the summer did not.
They didn't transfer.
At all.
They didn't. And you had a different driver in the car. Derek wasn't able to race the car this week. So Cody Overton stepped up and drove it. There was actually some back and forth. Me and Cody was even talking about who was going to be driving the car, and I'll go ahead and tell y'all, it kind of went back and forth between Tyler Carpenter or Cody Overton. And being that, well, both of them run Earl's Motors, Cody was just more available to do it, is how it ended up happening, and it just worked out better for Cody to do it. And I think that was 100% a perfect choice. Cody, I promise you, gets 100% out of that race car.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Like I said, setup was just off. But what I'm getting back to this with Brandon is Cody was kind of, he take the little pit bike, and he was running down there to Brandon's car a little bit and trying to get a little bit of advice and stuff. And Brandon is Brandon is 100% open to giving Cody advice. He wants to see Cody run good too. So it was cool. But their relationship's funny. They're, not far off in age from each other. So it's just, he come back one time talking junk. I will say junk. It was funny. He said Brandon was over there strapping in that sprint car. He said he was almost plumb shaking. he was we'll say timid to get in the sprint car.
I bet.
And I would be too. I mean, that's
a big difference, bro.
Yeah.
A 14 sprint and never been in
And they running on the wall there.
Yes,
I've
sir.
never seen a cushion built up like that. In all the times we've been there, watching the World Finals and everything, even with the sprint cars, I personally have never seen a cushion built up at Charlotte like it did this past weekend, which was awesome to see. Track took rubber later on, which wasn't necessarily bad. I mean, it wasn't the greatest thing that could have happened, but it was. The sprint cars were freaking rocking around there.
Yeah.
And but they said they had to take Brandon's arms. I do know this. They said they had to take Brandon's arms and the straps that they use on the arm straps they use in the car. They had to tie them back more to his sides because he was trying to get up on top of the steering wheel. And I noticed it when he went in there the first lap. He went in there and kind of turned that car, and when he turned, it turned. and Bout spun around on him. But I will say I was very impressed with him because within a few laps, that car was driving straight, driving how it needed to. He figured it out. A couple laps. He still didn't make the main. I don't think I would expect to make the main on a stage like that, coming in driving for your first time. But he got some time in it. I'm like, dude, I think I would have drove because they ran them at Cherokee.
Yeah, I know.
Dude, I think I would have drove it there.
Yeah.
But it was a very last minute thing.
Yeah.
And he didn't even try it on Saturday. He was like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'll pass. So it was really funny. But going back to Earl Ramey Racing Engines, guys, there's one thing I can tell you that I saw on the track still, even though didn't get the results they wanted out of that number 91 car. I can promise you I could look at it just with the eye test, tell you nobody else had any more motor out there.
No doubt.
So,
I know that. Ain't no doubt about that.
None at all. So it was cool to see Cody in that car. Guys, if you need any motor work of any type, super, crate, limited, whatever you're looking for, big block modifieds, I don't care.
Street stock, don't matter.
Street stock, I really don't care. Earl Ramey is your guy. Earl Ramey Racing Engines. Y'all go check him out and get you some power from there, guys.
Yes, sir.
There are a few cars out there actually with Earl Ramey Racing Engines this week. Supers. So that was cool to see.
Yes, that's growing fast.
Growing good. And I hope to see more and more of them. So guys, if you need any power, go check out Earl Ramey Racing Engines. Get all the power you need, all the power you will want. And as always, guys, as we say every week, after you get that power in there, go sign you up for some time on his chassis dyno. Find even more power. It's off season, guys, for most of you guys. Are winding down anyway. I know there's a couple tracks around here. Got just a couple more races left, and it is off season for a month and a half.
Yeah,
pretty much. So get all you can get while the getting's good right now, and get you a fresh power plant in that car, freshen up the one you got, whatever you need. But give Earl Ramey Racing Engines a call, and they will hook you up. And want to say thank you to Earl this week. I was out there hanging out with him and stuff, and it's a lot of fun over there with them guys. Even though, like I said, results wasn't there, they're coming though.
Oh, absolutely.
He did say, and he said it on live, so I think I can say it on here. Pretty sure Derek, his son Derek Ramey, gonna be back in the car for the blue gray.
Sweet, that'll be good.
So maybe a couple more things too. So
good deal.
And he put a big old post on Facebook. I think we shared it. I have to look and see. They're looking at 2022. Really, they're kind of get some backers, go racing as much as they can, do as much as they can, and I think that'd be a awesome car to back if anybody's looking to back one.
Yeah, for sure, no doubt.
Yeah, so guys, but anyway, moving on to, I'm gonna go to the late model race there, at the World Finals at the dirt track at Charlotte. Friday night and Saturday night, I'll go ahead and tell you, y'all probably already know, both won by Superman, Jonathan Davenport.
Yeah.
They had that car on a rail. It was fast. It was fast for sure. Good racing though. Our buddy Chris Ferguson run good there Friday night. I talked to him on a live. I know y'all probably seen it. Ricky Weiss, he took the SRI Performance $500 redraw award, and being one of our Team SRI guys also.
Yeah, it worked out good.
So it worked out good. But Ferguson had a bad night, and Saturday night got turned going down the front straightaway. Come off of Turbo's nose. I don't really know what all happened. But I know practice night started tonight in Las Vegas, and I don't think he's there yet. But he said he is going to be there.
That's awesome. He'll get there for sure. Got a lot of work to do to the car, but I know they were back early Saturday working on it, getting it ready. So hopefully they can get it put back together and get out west.
Yeah, a lot more guys. It was a good race. Had quite a few restarts in it. Man, that was some good racing. Good racing. For sure. But one of the guys, in all honesty, that impressed me the absolute most over the weekend, this young man named Garrett Smith. And ladies and gentlemen, he is on the phone now. Garrett, how is it going, buddy? You doing all right tonight?
Yes, sir. I'm doing pretty good.
Good deal, man. Well, first of all, I want to tell you, I know it was it come up just a little bit short, but man, congratulations on that World Finals run there, dude. That was really, really impressive. I was sitting over at the SRI hospitality tent, and we're just watching it in amazement. Honestly, I was like, dude, he's on it tonight, and it was awesome to watch.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Just, I don't know, it felt pretty good to run second. It would have felt a lot better to win, but it almost felt like a win.
I hear you there for sure, man. I could see that, and I know a lot of guys could probably look and say, you know, some days running second to Jonathan Davenport isn't really anything to hang your head about. So I'm really glad it felt like a somewhat of a win to you, man. I know coming off Friday night had a 14th place run, which isn't bad. I mean, that's the thing about that race is there's so many good guys there, and anytime you jump in a World of Outlaws race, I mean, it's like anybody there can run up front. So coming off a 14th place, and y'all turn that wick up, man, and made that thing a little bit faster, and went out and set fastest time in your group there, and man, that thing was rolling.
Yeah, the first night, some of it was on me. I just this is my first year in Supers, still trying to learn these tracks and these cars. I've never been to Charlotte before, so first night I feel like we could have been a little bit quicker if I had some more laps. But yeah, the second night we for sure had a way better car. I felt more stuck just all night. Every time I hit the track, I felt really good. I could steer anywhere I wanted to, and the car was stuck. So we had a really good car the second night.
Well, good deal, buddy. Well, as we like to do with all our guests on here, a lot of people know we like to go back and kind of get a background on you more than anything. The first time we have you on, man, where did you get your start racing in anything? Where'd you come from there?
Well, my dad had raced for about 25 years, but he raced on asphalt. So I played a lot of baseball, and I got bored of it, so I wanted to start racing. So my dad introduced me to racing, and I started off in go-karts when I was 12, and I raced go-karts for 2 years. And I was
really fast, I hate to interrupt you, but me and Sterling always have to ask this because that's where we came from. We raced go-karts for years. What chassis did you run, man?
We ran Factors.
Okay, good deal. I was a fan. I was a Phantom guy.
Yeah. But yeah. So I got in a bomber car. It's pretty much like a street stock car around the house. When I turned 15, I raced a few races when I was 15, probably like 4, and then I got moved up to the next bomber class, and I raced that for about half a year, and got my first 602 late model, and raced that for about a year. So I've been racing late models now for about a year and a half, almost 2 years.
Wow. So young. That's awesome, man. That's
Yeah.
that's cool. So you're how old now?
I turned 18 last month.
Okay, turned 18 last month. That's right.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Wow. That's awesome, man. And to be on a stage like the dirt track at Charlotte already in the World of Outlaw deal, running up front, that's got to feel awesome, man.
Oh, it felt amazing. Those were my first 2 World of Outlaw starts, so
Yeah.
that also felt pretty good too, to make the show both nights.
And that's really cool too. And that's something else I actually want to bring up. We're with Team SRI Motorsports ourselves, and we know they do a lot of work with that RY45 engine by Custom Race Engines over there. And man, that thing looked like it had some power under the hood.
Yeah, it felt pretty good. But I don't know. I still feel like I was getting beat past the flag stand. I don't know. I don't know what it was. I just feel like I was getting drugged a little bit after the flag stand. But yeah, I ran pretty good all weekend.
Good deal, man. That's awesome. And so being your first 2 World Outlaw starts there, and you come home second place on that Saturday night, and really put on a good showing in front of everybody. It's one of them deals, it's kind of a saying goes around in racing. They knew he was there, and that's how it was, man. When the first time when Davenport got around you there, and then all of a sudden we look and you're passing him back. I mean, that's no easy feat. That looked awesome.
Yeah, it was definitely fun. Passing Shepard and him and passing them back. Yeah, it was pretty fun. It's just they're pretty hard. Like, they'll do whatever it takes to pass you. And when Davenport stuck on the outside and got that run going in the 3, and I had no idea he had that big of a run. So I just tried to catch up. I had to keep up with him after he passed me, but tried to run him back down, but he just was faster and faster.
There you go. Well, good deal, man. Well, it was awesome to see that. Well, I want to go back real quick a little bit. You've run some other races, obviously, all year long, apparently, as we know. How would you assess the whole year going for you, really, though, up to this point in the year?
Well, it's been up and down. Yeah, I started out early on this year running a lot of crate stuff. And I probably now got 20 super starts, I'd say.
Yeah.
And probably 2 months ago, we got Cody Mallory working for me now, and he's definitely helped our program a lot. Now we've raced. Our first race with Cody was at that the Lucas races at Dixie and Rome. And I made the Rome show, but we should have made the Dixie show. But in my heat race, I kind of drove it in a little too hard and put us behind the 8 ball on that one, and we couldn't get out in time to get out in the B main. And but we were good at Rome. I just needed to qualify a little bit better. And like I said, I just still learning these cars and stuff with these motors in it. And I feel like we've been pretty good here with Cody.
I'm gonna tell you, man, Cody's now, I guess, I remember when Cody was racing go-karts himself and stuff, so it's been a little while. But Cody's now what I would say a veteran in the sport, man. He's a veteran wrench man in the sport, and he really knows what he's doing. So that's awesome to see you get hooked up with somebody like that, and that can has got a little bit of, I guess, real experience on these tours and stuff to see what's going on and know the way these tracks are going to go, and then to watch you convert what they've done on the car, man, to putting it in the, we'll just honestly like second place runs like at the World Finals, man. That's cool to see.
Oh yeah, I'm extremely blessed to have Cody working for me. He's always been with the top tier drivers, Jimmy Owens, Scott Bloomquist, Bobby Pierce, and I just got lucky enough I guess he likes me enough to come work for me. And with this being my first year in supers, he's just used to some good drivers, and I'm out here just trying to learn still. But every time I hit the track, I feel like I'm getting better.
I hear you there, man. Well, speaking of other drivers, man, you being a younger guy yourself, I know you've been in the sport a little while now, but you being a younger guy, who is it when you come into running these super races and stuff? Who is it you look up to, and who is it you looked up to growing up and watching and stuff like that?
Well, see, I've been in racing for about 2 years now, and in car racing at least for about 2 years, and I've always thought Brandon Overton was a pretty cool guy. I don't know, he's fun to watch, and I guess you could say that's who I've looked up to.
Being a Georgia boy too, that don't hurt either, does it?
Nah.
Nah, Brandon's a good guy. We were just talking about him actually. Our buddy, Earl Ramey Racing Engines. His brother Cody was driving for him over the weekend, so we were having some fun with all those guys. So, and I'm gonna tell you what, I think everybody's seen it, but that guy Brandon, he's gonna be pretty good too himself. He's won $1 or $2 this year.
Yeah.
Well, good deal, man. Well, awesome. Well, all right. So, kind of going through 2021 now. What's looking in store like from here on now? What you looking forward to 2022 and other starts like that?
The plan is I gotta graduate here in May, and pretty much just wrap up school, and I don't know what our plans are for next year really. I'm sure we're gonna run a few of the Lucas races and World of Outlaws, but I can't follow a tour yet because of school and everything. But maybe the next year after that I can. Smart deal. Stay in school as long as you can. And learn as much as you can. That's the best advice anybody ever give you. So, well, good deal, buddy. Well, I'm gonna tell you what, dude. For sure, it was awesome to watch what you were able to do over the weekend, making your first 2 World Outlaw races starts there, and bringing home a second place finish there. That was really awesome to see. It was very impressive. And like I said, regardless, I know it's the saying that goes around in the sport, but they definitely knew you were there, and it did not go unnoticed. So congratulations on doing that. And man, I hope to have you back here probably soon. The way that thing's running, we're gonna talk about some big wins probably here on one of them races. Yes, sir. I sure hope so. Well, good deal, buddy. Well, we sure appreciate you coming on, hanging out with us, and we will definitely have you back anytime you want, and we appreciate you, buddy. Yes, sir. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Garrett Smith driving their number 10 Rocket chassis. Finished second place there, obviously, there at the dirt track, the World Finals dirt track at Charlotte. So really cool to see that. But on the phone now, we got our pit reporter. That's what we're going to call her. We're going to call her the tent reporter this weekend. Melissa Scarpati. Melissa, what's going on?
Nothing much. I'm at Iron Thunder again.
Iron Thunder.
Tonight.
She hasn't left Charlotte yet.
Exactly. I'm still here.
She comes down to the Carolinas and can't run her off. So they want to go back home.
Oh, no, I don't want to go back, but I'm leaving tomorrow morning. So,
there you go.
But yeah, man, Garrett Smith, he was. I was hoping, I was pulling for him.
He was doing good. He young guy, just turned 18 years old, and in his second start in the World of Outlaws, up there running second place. That was cool to see. He was rolling for sure. But so anyway, you came down for this was your first World Finals. I know we talked about it a little bit on some of our lives the other day. All right, show's over. How'd you like it?
I thought it was awesome. I mean, I was kind of up in the SRI tent the whole time. I feel like a VIP up there, you know.
They made us feel like that this weekend.
Yeah, they did. I mean, it kind of sucked. I feel like I didn't get down in the pits enough to see anybody, but I mean, we had a lot of fun up there for sure, handing out beers left and right, you know.
Well, it's not every weekend we can be VIP, so we got to take advantage of it every once in a while. I don't know that they called us VIP, but we felt like it, so it's all right.
Oh, I felt like it. It's all good.
I know we had some good food, some good drinks, some barbecue, some pizza, some whatever else in there, and it was really cool hanging out in there. And it was one of them deals where, you turn around 1 minute and our buddy Kyle Strickler standing in there hanging out with him. He even come up there to eat, and then turn around again. Scott Bloomquist is in there, coming in there, grab him a bite to eat and all this stuff, and they walk out to watch the race because it was just the most awesome setup at a track I think I've ever been to, because if it did get cold, you could walk back in and watch it on the TV, and it was just the racetrack was literally around the other side of the TV, but you could walk in there if you wanted to. So it was absolutely awesome, and we really want to thank SRI Performance and Stock Car Steel for having us in the tent and everything, and it was good. And Melissa got to come up there and do some stuff with SRI with the some redraw bonus stuff and hanging out up there. So it was. What'd you think about that whole experience?
Oh, it was awesome. I mean, like I said, you get to meet different people every time you go to a different racetrack, and this is my 9th new one this year, so hopefully I can make it 10 by the time the year's over, but who knows. And but hanging out with all the guys and girls and everybody from SRI, I mean, it's definitely an experience. I got to hang out with Erica, and she works front desk there, and she didn't know a lot about dirt racing, so I was kind of explaining stuff to her, and just hanging out, having a good time with everybody. Sasha that works for SRI, like she is a hard worker, that's for sure, and I tried to get there as early as I could just to help her out. And Randy with the redraws and the pictures, and I thank them all a lot. They're really good people, and they helped me out a lot with some stuff. So I actually went out to lunch today with a couple people from SRI. And now I'm just hanging out.
There you go. Finally time to wind down a little bit.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go. Well, good deal. That sounds like a lot of fun, and I'm glad you were able to come down from the cold to the cold, I guess. And
I know, but at least it was warm today. But I'm so mad. I came down thinking I'm gonna get a little bit warmer weather. I still got the same cold New Jersey weather.
Yeah, I followed you. Apparently, we're gonna blame you.
Okay, you can do that. It's fine.
It wasn't terrible. Saturday wasn't terrible. Saturday was a little windy.
Friday was definitely the worst. Like, you couldn't even hang out after the racetrack. Everybody was loaded up. Everybody was gone,
Oh,
it was way too cold. But
yeah, it was.
But hey, we had a tent, we had heaters, and we had TV.
Yeah, that's why I was telling Sterling. I said, this was like literally the best of both worlds. If you wanted to walk outside and watch the race, you walked outside 5 foot and watched the race all you wanted to. If you got cold, you stepped back inside, watched it on TV, and stood in the heat. I said, I've never been to a track and been able to do that. That was awesome.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Oh, well, good deal. Well,
I'm glad I finally got to meet you. I mean, I still haven't met Sterling, but
Yeah, that was awesome.
I got to meet you and your dad, and we all had a good time.
It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. Glad we got to hang out a little bit. Didn't get to hang out as much as we wanted to. With everything the way it got all pushed back on, Saturday, and then
pushed up, I guess, Saturday.
Yeah, pushed up, and our hotel deal that was a mess. So yeah, we didn't get to hang out as much as we wanted to, but it's all good. We will definitely meet up again at a track, hopefully soon. So all right, that was the 9th track. What you hoping to be the 10th track?
I'm hoping. I really want to go to the Gateway Nationals.
Oh.
I saw just like a clip of it on Facebook, and I was like, dang, that looks like so much fun. But who knows? Maybe it'll just be PRI. I mean, Randy asked me and Sasha asked me if I was going, so who knows? We'll see.
There you go.
I mean, I don't know what else is racing. I mean, a new track. There's a couple tracks that still have a couple weeks. We have a week left at Bridgeport Speedway next week, I think.
Right.
Hopefully my dad's racing that, and then we'll go there. And then we have an asphalt track that we take our big block modifieds on, and that's called Wall Stadium. And we do that Turkey Derby, so Thanksgiving weekend. But that's usually it. So
Well, good.
that's the end of the season.
Well, not good that that's the end of the season, but good that y'all still got some racing to go and all that fun stuff, and maybe making it out to PRI. Who knows? I wanted to go there.
Exactly.
I'm not going to be able to make it to PRI, but hey, if you're going, hey, that's great. Chicken Bone Alley. Chicken Bone Alley.
Chicken Bone Alley, sure, I got it.
Yeah,
Here.
they need somebody out there. There you go. Oh, well, good deal, Melissa. Well, I just want to touch base with you and get you on here since you were able to hang out at the track this week and in Charlotte for pretty much a week. You've been there.
Yeah.
I just want you to let Erica know up there. If you talk to her up there, since you tell us it's okay. Those tear offs up there, they are okay. That we'll tell her they're biodegradable.
She was funny as hell. That was funny.
That was funny. She just turns around, looks at me. She says, "Are those plastic things biodegradable?" Yeah.
Well, she asked me what they were for, and I'm like, "It's for the helmet."
That was great.
Oh. She was like, "Makes sense. Got it."
No, she got it. That's all that counts. Is she understood?
Yep.
If you didn't know what it was, then all of a sudden you were taught and you understood. That is
Exactly.
that is perfect teaching. All right, guys. Well, we appreciate Melissa coming on here, hanging out with us real quick. But we appreciate SRI Performance as always. Stock car, steel, and aluminum. Earl Ramey Racing Engines, and obviously Randy Keene over there, RK Motorsports Consulting, for helping us out with everything to do, lining up some interviews for us, and all that good jazz. Also, always want to thank Forward Bite Apparel, guys. Christmas season's coming up. Go get you some Forward Bite apparel. The race fan in your family will love it. Go check them out. Go give them some love. Tell them we sent you. Also, Checkered, the new racing social media. I say new. It's been out a couple, about going on long enough. So getting close to 2 years now, but it's still new compared to other social medias in the world. But this one is all about racing all the time, and you guys will love it. Get on Checkered. Make sure to check it out for sure. So, anyway, Melissa, well, you be safe driving back home to New Jersey tomorrow, and y'all have some fun out at Iron Thunder tonight, and have fun.
Thanks. All right, guys. See you guys later.
All right. Well, all right. Y'all heard her. Later.
Bye.